Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I see we have I think I have waited enough. I wanted to start when we only had 10 people. But now I think I have, unless get started. All right. Good morning, everybody. Notice that many people had not shared it more times. And we are now good to go. Drop me a one in the chat if you can hear me very well, because now we are good to go. We are good to start our morning lesson. And all right. So today is a very special class because in our past training, we have basically looked through a lot of stuff when it comes to the initial stages of introducing you people into our trading aspects, or into giving a better understanding of what we are going to get involved into. But then there are common languages or common words that you are going to see very common when it comes to these classes. And these common words are going to be very key on our journey of trading. Although today, I wanted to run a little bit faster, because the ultimate goal of our lesson today is to make sure the coming bull run Position yourself very well with knowledge. When money shifts from Bitcoin to currencies, you can be able to take extreme advantage. And so that means I'll be changing the training this season to be going a little bit far, but at the same time still going a little bit slow. I'll explain how I'll be handling that. But I'll be going far and slow at the same time. The reason is very simple. Reasoning is very simple. Now, one want to go fast and far, at the sure that you understand what you are getting involved in. All right, that was the network glitch, but let's go. Okay, so when we talk about trading or when we talk about technical analysis, basically, what we are bringing to your concern, ladies and gentlemen, is something very simple. A chart is just what traders, like you are able to learn about candles, it's what traders are doing in the market. Okay, it's what traders are doing in the market. Basically, it is a chart. But when we talk about technical analysis, we look at the history of the coin. As traders, we look at the history of this coin. For example, this one in the chart. We look at the history of the coin, and we believe that the price action simply means what the coin has been doing, the action of the price, whether going up or going down. That is what we call price action. Repeats itself. We don't look at external factors. We use indicators to tell a story. So a chart is a story. Chart, like you see here, we are here to read and the story. There is network problems, but we shall fight and continue. So this ability, ladies and gentlemen, to read the history, because like I've said that, a chart is a story. So this coin is telling us a story. This coin here is telling us a what? A story. And we can minimize to see the story very well. Like we shall look at the time frame in the coming days to be able to tell where will this story continue. Will it continue going up, or will the story change and then it changes direction? So the reason why we are here is to learn the art of interpreting this story you see here, ladies and gentlemen. Because when you master the story, the rest is very easy. When you learn to interpret the story. So basically, the reason why we are here is to learn how to interpret this that we see. And how do we tell the story? We use the past history to interpret. For example, I can say in this example, according to the past history of interpreting this story, this coin has the ability to move from where it is because in the past, this coin failed to go beyond this line. So I am telling the story. I am able to interpret the story that according to the past history, this coin moved from this point, came down, came back to this point, came down, now tried to come back to this point, came down. Now this coin is struggling to move from this point and see if it surpasses this point. So I'm using the past history to tell a story. And if this coin moves from here and touches this line, I will have told a story that is profitable. And that is trading for you. I will have told a story that in the past, yes, this coin tried to go surpass this line. It failed. It came back, tried to surpass this line. It failed. It came back, tried to surpass this line. It failed. It came back, tried to reach this line. It failed. Now it is gathering more potential to see that it surpasses this line. So the ability to know how to read this story makes me a profitable trader. So we are here to interpret the story. And that is what we do on your journey of learning this skill. And I want to spread a few of them just to bring an insightful understanding. Number one, let me start with bullish or bear. It is very simple. Okay? You know, ladies and gentlemen, so many of you have seen what we call a cow. When a cow is attacking, or a calf, or a cattle, or anything of that sort, you find that it has its horns and it pushes its horns above. When a bull wants to attack you, it pushes its horns above. And because of that, we say that is so the market is pulling above. It behaves like a bull. Just a minute, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? So the bulls usually a bull tries to pull its head from the ground. Like you could see here on this market here. That you see that this behaves like a bull from the ground going above. While a bear behaves a little bit more different. A bear behaves a little bit more different. So a bear behaves a little bit more different. Okay, for a bear, it attacks swinging its claws. It swings its claws down. So that's where the word bullish and bear came from. The bear swings its claws down. It attacks by swinging its claws down. While a bull, it attacks by moving down, moving up. That's the interpretation. Like you would see, this would be a bear move, and basically this would be a bull move. Number two, just to go to my topic for today, because I want to keep it simple and brief. Number two, supply and demand. It's going to be a common word you are going to hear. Supply and demand. Supply, when supply of something is low and the demand is high. Let us give an example. One of the highly maize consuming countries in our neighborhood here in East Africa is Kenya. I have been in Kenya and ugali. It's the same thing with Tanzania. Ugali is their best food. Ugali, when the supply of something is low and the demand is high, because of that imbalance, the market will rise. That's why, without any reasonable doubt, in the next 20 to 10 years, Bitcoin will be above $1 million. Why? There is high demand of Bitcoin, yet there is limited supply of Bitcoin. And that is the same thing that happened when it comes to trading. When percent, as many people want to buy. That's why Bitcoin will keep going high. Up to when it will reach even above $50 million per each Bitcoin. Okay? Per each Bitcoin. So how can we always demand and supply? How can we know that this is here, this is there? The formula is very simple. The formula is very simple. That's why the other time I was speaking to you about coin market cap. Yes, baby. The commander. The commander. Hey guys. Maze. Gend of robot. Mugende eri bati mujja mu office yange. Kwata twale ebintu mutwale ebintu byomwe bweru. Mukite muzanyire eri bweru. Mwakuzanya nange. All right. So when you come here to coin market cap, let me come back again. One more up. Let me come back again here. When you come here to coin market cap, the most important thing you can always check, ladies and gentlemen, is volume. Volume is everything. Volume is everything, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to trading, because it interprets whether there is increased demand. When you come here and tap here on volume, you can be able to see when you go through these different cryptocurrencies. Here on volume, you can see more money in USDT, Bitcoin. There is more money flowing in ADA than Ethereum. There is more money, I hope you can see, there is more money flowing in Solana than XRP in the last 24 hours. There is more money flowing in BNB than Pepe, but there is more money flowing in Pepe than in Doge. Do you understand? Give me a one in the chat if you now understand. When there is increased demand, whenever there is increased demand, you can see increased demand. Someone says they can't see. Hey, it remained on the previous screen. Okay, change back. Change back. Stop sharing. Start over again. Okay, don't worry. In 1 minute. Good. Let's go. Okay. Tarara, 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 tarara. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I'll keep the network is getting annoyed. Am I back? Am I back? The network is networking me, but am I back? Let's know. Am I back? Okay. So when you open the website called CoinMarketCap, and you go here there is market cap, which described the other time the total market value of a cryptocurrency when they calculate the circulating supply. Because when we check here, this is the this is the circulating supply. So for us to find how much money is in Bitcoin, they get the current price times the circulating supply to get the market cap. Okay? So the price of Bitcoin times the 19.87 million Bitcoins that are in the market gives us the market capitalization. Okay? So the current price of Ethereum times the circulating supply of Ethereum gives us the total amount of money in Bitcoin. But what we are talking about now is what we call volume. How much was traded in the last 24 hours in Bitcoin? And so when we come on that algorithm, that metric, when we come on that metric here and give it an arrow, it will group for us from where money has moved in most to where money has moved in less. Okay, we are still talking about a simple logic, you know, a simple logic called the demand and supply. The way this company dies on me. Huh? And we can see that more money entered USDT than Bitcoin. More money entered DAI than Ethereum. More money entered. Are you able to see that? Are you able to see that? Give me a yes in the chat. So this is very important, because when more volume enters a certain cryptocurrency, it means there is more need. That's why there would be higher chances of this coin doing better than Ethereum in prices, because there is more demand. That's why, since there is more volume of buying DAI than maybe Bitcoin than DAI, that's why Bitcoin has an increase maybe than this. So basically, volume is very, very important. So as a trader, you can always come and open any cryptocurrency. For example, I'll open Solana. I have said it so many times. If someone wants me to compare these two, if someone tells me to compare Solana and XRP, ladies and gentlemen, to me, Solana will outperform XRP. Hey, and the principles are simple. Look here. You see, some of you have emotions with crypto, but let me show you, look here. Solana has a circulating supply of 504 million Solana. But XRP has a circulating supply of 58.68 billion. Which one of the two has more supply? Because we're talking about supply and demand. Which one of the two has more supply? Give me an answer in the chat. Which one of the two has, this has nothing to do with emotions. Me, I love XRP. XRP is going to work in Dubai. It has nothing to do that. People are still giving me wrong answers. Let me repeat. Look here. XRP has a circulating supply of 58.6 billion XRP coins. Solana has a circulating supply of 520 million Solana coins. Which one has a higher supply? Baby, Dr. Wanya. Which one has a higher supply? If you fail to understand this, then I'm wasting time here. If you fail to understand this, then I'm wasting time here. Let me repeat, because I see people still typing Solana. Solana has a circulating supply. Paulo Cafero, stop writing in my screen. Solana has a circulating supply of 520.4 million Solana coins. XRP has a circulating supply of 58.68 billion XRP coins. Which one has more supply? Answers in the chat. Which one has more supply? We are talking about demand and supply. We are talking about demand and supply. So XRP, Now look here. Guys, my daughter is just getting stubborn, but I'm managing. You know, just me young, which thing? You know, just me young. You know, mama, question me young. Get up, get up, get up. Sorry, guys. But is my message home? Sorry, guys, but is my message home? Let me know. So you can see that there is 58.6 billion of XRP in circulation. And Solana has 520. You see that for XRP, since it has a high supply, it needs too much demand to even reach $4. Do you copy? We are talking about supply and demand. So if you are making a choice, you are making a choice, And look here on Pepe. Pepe has 420.68 trillion Pepe coins. So it is not easy for Pepe to even reach $1. Give me a 2 if you now hope. It's not easy. Someone should not tell you that tomorrow Pepe might wake up when it is $1. It's not easy. Why? Because there is high supply. So for Pepe to get to $1, it means that Pepe will have a market capitalization. It now has 5 billion. It means that for Pepe to reach $1, it must have a market capitalization of $420 trillion. But what we are looking at today as a trader, as traders, our focus should always be on volume. So if you are finding a coin to analyze, check volume. Where is more money flowing? Do you copy? If more money is flowing in a certain cryptocurrency, there are higher chances of that cryptocurrency doing well today because there is more volume getting into that certain cryptocurrency. And so you can even go ahead. I don't know if it still works, but let's see. We can still go ahead, but I don't see that again here. I think that was removed. Okay. That was removed. That was removed. Okay. I think that was removed. But I hope my message because this I discussed the other day. Okay, now because it brings out a new analogy in crypto that we call liquidity. Liquidity is how quick this particular coin can be bought and how quick it can be sold. So if people are flowing money in the market, then ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be very, very easy. All right, okay. Next. Day trading, I described it the other time, but let me just give a clue. It's someone who makes a trade that specific day, and at the end of the day, he closes the trade. So this kind of a person focuses on volatility swings, coins that are highly volatile. I was doing a one-on-one with one of my friends, and I want to just share with you. And I talked to you the other time. I know some of you don't want to do my tasks, but it's okay. Okay. So I told you download ChatGPT and get yourself out of the noise. Okay. Download ChatGPT, and once you reach here, let me pick because of time. Okay. Because of time. Time. Because of time, let me pick the. Okay, let me pick this thing we used the other time. So I'm gonna come here and I'm instructing this robot, not about profit today. Don't worry. We are going to drive our car. Okay. I'm not even talking about indicators, but I want this coin to give me. You have deployed a unique market strategy. Just. I'm gonna give you the words to identify. Just wait, my dear. To find highly volatile coins. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm using ChatGPT because when we talk about being a day trader, as a person who wants to be a day trader, you want to focus on coins that are highly volatile, when I talk about volatile, I'm talking about cryptocurrencies that are moving up and down at a higher speed. So you want to find pairs or coins that are highly volatile. Okay, now, for you to make this very easy for you, use AI. So I'm saying that I've instructed this AI. I'm saying, imagine you're a professional crypto trader using Royal Q as your main trading board and Binance as your crypto exchange. You connected your Royal Q software to Binance via API, enabled it to trade and in the spot market. You have been trading since 2021. You have been able to be profitable trading journey for 3 years in a row. You have a deep and extensive knowledge about crypto analysis, fundamental, technical, sentimental, and on-chain. You have developed a unique market strategy. Find high volatile coins. So it has understood its role and says my unique strategy to identify high volatile coins using Royal Q and Binance in spot. So he has said that I track coins affected by real-time narratives. Now, ladies and gentlemen, a narrative, I'm simplifying your trading. A narrative is what people are talking about most in the market that cause market spikes and dips. So he's using CoinMarketCal to track upcoming events like listing, mainnet launches, unlocks, and airdrops. Is using X and Telegram, especially for meme coin buzz and influencer-driven volatility. Binance announcements like new pairs or margin launches on Binance spark massive moves. If a coin has stronger news in the last 24 to 48 hours, it's trending on social media, and it is prime candidate for short cycle. Technical scanner, he's using RSI, volume, and price action. Do you copy? It's doing on-chain data. It's doing analysis for you to identify. And he has identified Pepe, Floki, and Solana. Are we together? Are we together? Let me give you what I have used in the chart. So I told you I'm running very fast, making sure that I enable you get your trading very easy as eating a biscuit. Yes. And if you don't make money, I'm not going to be a person to blame. Okay, so what have I written in my chat GPT? Paste it here in the chat so that you can also go download chat GPT, use the same words, and be able to identify. So the volume I'm talking about, I may not have the time to go to X and find out what is happening. I may not have the time to follow all social influencers. What are they talking about right now? But what I'm gonna do, ladies and gentlemen, I'm applying ChatGPT because volatility is not enough. Liquidity plus predictable price behavior and a clear short-term catalyst, the best combo. Use Royal Q to capitalize on these rebounds. Don't chase pumps. That is the formula I have used to stay profitable. Yeah. Let me get the PDF and I share. It's trading hard now. We have not yet gone far. We have not yet gone far, but at least we are somewhere. We have not yet. So ChatGPT manual things. So the volatility, the volume, a very important aspect when it comes to trading. Number two, a swing trader. A swing trader will take positions or run a few trades a week. like we are going to be seeing when we are using moving averages. It's what I wanted to teach, but time is against me. Who is an investor? For them, they hold for a very long time. And an exchange is where you host your coins. So when you open up an exchange, it's where you host your coins. Okay, the coins are hosted there. Some exchanges can hold coins, others may not have them. Time frame. Time frame is just looking at a bigger picture and a smaller picture. I know in the future I'll dig deep into time frame. Margin trading. When we talk about margin trading, here you are borrowing money from an exchange so that you can play with more money than you have. Okay? Yes. So leveraging means borrowing money from the exchange. Then we have common words like long, buying cheaper price, selling at a higher price. That is longing the market. Short, you are betting against the market. Bitcoin is at 100,000. You are saying it's going to go to 90. There, you are shorting the market. Okay? Bid. Bid means buying. ASIC means selling. So the difference between people who bid to buy and people who ASIC to sell is what we call a spread. Okay, there are other small things like rally. A rally is a large group of people who come up together to cause an uptrend. We are going to be looking at different market cycles. Support, resistance, and support. I usually say, if you are in the house, where you are standing is your support, and at the ceiling is your resistance. As simple as that. Volatility, which has been one of the main things we are describing today. Baby, how are you? Okay, volatility. There is nothing to share. Volatility is how much in 24 hours money. That's why I was talking about volume. Volatility is how much in volume has been bought low and sold high. So a coin that goes up and goes down a lot is highly volatile. Okay? Patterns. These are shapes in the market. So when we continue together, you're going to be seeing me talking about different patterns, different shapes formed in the what? In the market. Okay? Then we have other terminologies to end with: consolidation and correction. Okay, when someone talks about consolidation, when someone talks about correction, okay, it's a time when the market is not making a direct move, either to the downside or to the upside. That is an area of consolidation. Then an area of correction is where people sell and take profit. Okay. It's where people sell and take what? And take profit. I hope every time I teach, there should be a main take of the day. So the main take of the day today is to be able, sorry, mommy, this way. I've not shared my screen. I have nothing to share. The main take of the day, ladies and gentlemen, today is that every single day as you want to trade, simplify your trading with looking at the 24-hour volume, because it basically helps you to know where money is flowing most in the market. Number two, you may not have the time and the energy to go through all the different trading analyses, from technical to fundamental to sentimental and on-chain analysis. Use ChatGPT to help you identify trades that are having more volume, trades that where people are focusing. Okay. Trades where people are focusing to be able to find more wins opportunities. And that the RSA coins, my chat GPT has helped me very well, and it has been able to identify. It has been able to identify for me Pepe, Floki, and Solana, that they would be able to give me a high return on my investment. Because on trading, it says that Pepe has over 800 million in daily volume. A strong retracement yesterday, but the RSI is recovering. Is that hard? Let me know. So you get the manual knowledge, apply it onto ChatGPT, get where you can base your analysis, and then you are good to go. Is that clear? Let me know in the chat. Is that clear? Let me know in the chat. Is that clear? Let me know in the chat. With that said and done, I wanted to go into moving averages because it was my main lesson for today, but time is not allowing. But time is not allowing. So tomorrow, technical indicators, the moving averages, to be able to help you before we go deep into drawing lines of support and resistance. With that said and done, have a good day. See you on the next call. Before I close, people had issues with EOS. People accounts, just be patient. It rebranded to a new coin called Vault. Okay, nothing changed. So just keep calm. Leave your coins in your exchange. And once Binance finishes the rebrand, you'll get back your coins. You'll get back your coins and just wait for the value to rise. Thank you so much. I have nothing to add here because of time. I'm having some one-on-ones meeting already. There are people who left Kampala and they have been staying in the hotel for 2 days waiting for me. Today is their second day, so I have to meet them now in the morning. All right, so I wish you all the best. See you on the next call. I love you all. I hope you were able to learn something small today. Try to go and practice. Use ChatGPT to simplify your analysis across many platforms. If you have not got what to say, I can still post it over, looked at demand and supply, and we shall dig deep. Huma says the chat GPT is working. Yes, we cannot stay the same. We must be able to use technology to make more money. God bless you. Have a good day. See you in the future. Bye, everybody.